Hello students, welcome to the online session on chemistry. In this class we will discuss some of the named reactions which were exhibited by both aldehydes and ketones. Okay, listen, before going to discuss directly the reactions which were shown by both aldehydes and ketones, first I am going to explain you the nature of hydrogen which is present on the alpha carbon atom of the both aldehydes and ketones. If you listen carefully, for example, if you take acetaldehyde itself, C double bond O H, over here how many hydrogens are there? 3 hydrogen. Listen carefully, the carbon which is directly attached to the carbonyl carbon is known as alpha carbon, and these hydrogens are known as alpha hydrogens. These are known as what? Alpha hydrogens. Due to presence of these alpha hydrogens, both aldehydes and ketones, they will exhibit a certain type of reactions. Those reactions we can call as a reactions due to alpha hydrogen. Reactions due to alpha hydrogens. See, over here, if you observe this molecule, all the 3 alpha hydrogens are acidic in nature. How they are? Acidic. What do you mean by acid? What is acid actually? Listen, the substance which gives H plus ions when dissolved in water is called acid according to Arrhenius concept. This we studied in previous year. Now, if you observe over here, but organic compounds will not provide you H plus when dissolved in waters. That is a theory related to inorganic compounds. That is Arrhenius theory. But over here, if you observe acetaldehyde, listen carefully. What I will do, I will write just this one as a CH3 H and H. Just now I told you the carbon which is directly attached to the carbonyl, means the carbon which is adjacent to the carbonyl group is called as alpha carbon. This is what? Alpha carbon. These are alpha hydrogens. These alpha hydrogen atoms are highly acidic in nature. How? See, when if you write the resonance, if you write over here, when it lost H plus, listen carefully, when it lose H plus, what is the species formed? The species is carbon anion. What is the species? Carbon anion is formed. Okay, am I right? Hydrogen has the last electron. You write down this as a what? H plus. This is the carbon anion formed. See, I told you these alpha hydrogens are highly acidic because the carbon anion formed is highly stable. Is highly stable. How you are going to explain the stability of the carbon anion? Through the resonance structures. This negative charge, it can delocalize with what? It can delocalize with carbonyl group. It can delocalize with what? Carbonyl group, adjacent carbonyl group. See, this is how the formed carbon anion is resonance stabilized. How it is? Resonance stabilized. It is resonance stabilized. So these three alpha hydrogens are highly acidic in nature. Due to its acidic nature, it exhibit different types of chemical reactions. In that, first one is haloform reaction. Which reaction? Haloform reaction. Listen, what is haloform? We will discuss. First one is what? First reaction is haloform reaction. Haloform reaction. Haloform reaction. Okay, listen. What is haloform reaction? Aldehydes. This is a very important reaction. Aldehydes and ketones containing methyl ketone group. Containing methyl ketone group. Methyl ketone is nothing but CH3 C double bond O group. This group, methyl ketone group, reacts with halogen. Reacts with what? Halogen molecule in presence of sodium hydroxide to form haloform and sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of carboxylic acid containing 1 carbon containing 1 carbon less than given aldehyde or ketone. See, aldehydes and ketones containing methyl ketone group means this haloform reaction is shown by only those aldehydes and ketones which contain methyl ketone group. This is the necessary condition. Without this group, haloform reaction is not possible. Okay. Now, I will explain this haloform reaction by taking an example, general example. For example, see, I will take over here R, I will take CH3. I told you this reaction is possible only when methyl ketone group is present. This compound contain what? CH3, C double bond O. Methyl ketone is present. Over here R may be H. If it is a H, it becomes what? Aldehyde. If it is a CH3 or C2H5, it becomes what? Ketone. Other than H, if you place any group, it becomes what? Ketone. Now it reacts with halogen. Halogen is nothing but, you know already that, X2. Okay. What happens? I told you just now, these hydrogens are highly acidic. Acidic in the sense they are in the form of what? H plus, partial positive. In X2 also, over here partial negative, partial positive. Okay. There is a generation of what? Instantaneous dipole. Now this H plus combined with what? X minus. But how many H plus ions are there? H plus ions are there. 3 H plus ions are there. Totally how many H plus ions are there? 3 H plus ions are there. These 3 H plus require how many X minus? 3 X minus. So you need to take what? 3 X2. You need to take what? 3 X2. Over here 3 X minus combined with 3 H plus to form a, what is the product? 3 HX. Now this H plus combined with X minus. Now X plus attracts what? This carbon, because carbon is a negative. Carbon is partially what? Negative. You know that just now I told you while in previous concept, that is resonance, a structure of both ketone and aldehyde we discussed. Okay. Now what is the product? The product formed is X, X and X. Listen carefully. Over here, these halogens, for example, if you take Cl itself, halogen atoms are highly electronegative. They withdraw electrons towards themselves through inductive effect. Which effect? Inductive effect. Inductively they withdraw electron towards themselves. So this carbon carries what now? Positive charge. This now what? Takes electron from the adjacent carbon, making this carbon highly electropositive. Why? Because oxygen is also taking electron towards itself and this carbon is also taking electrons towards itself. Now this carbon becomes highly electropositive in nature, so that now in the step 2 what happens actually? Attack of, listen carefully, look at the reaction. C double bond O. See, we know oxygen is a highly electronegative. Already it is taking electron towards itself. Through which effect? Inductively it is withdrawing electrons towards itself. Over here you see X halogen atoms are also highly electronegative. They are withdrawing electron from what? The carbon. Now this carbon carries what? High positive charge. Now this positive attracts electron from the adjacent carbon. Means over here two-way withdrawing takes place. One is oxygen is withdrawing and adjacent carbon which is attached by 3 halogen atoms also withdrawing, so that now this carbon becomes highly electropositive. Now it attracts the nucleophile. I told you, I added this reaction is conducted in presence of sodium hydroxide. It's conducted in presence of what actually? Sodium hydroxide. Now what happens? We know that actually sodium hydroxide over here, we already know sodium hydroxide, NaOH, it dissociates as a what? Na plus and OH minus. Is it right or not? Yes, but over here, to make you understand very easily, what I will do, instead of dissociating it as a Na plus and OH minus, directly I will write, see, I can write even as a NaO minus and H plus, but it doesn't dissociate like this. It will not dissociate at all like this. Just for understanding this reaction, because I can't write more steps. If I write Na plus OH minus, that is exactly right, but we need to write more number of steps. To avoid more number of steps, what I will do, NaO minus and H plus. Now you see what will happen. This O minus attacks what? This C plus. Over here there is a cleavage of bond. Means this carbon becomes what? C minus. Now this C minus attacks, takes H plus to become what? CHX3. Am I right? This is actually CH3 minus takes H plus. It becomes CHX3. What is the product over here? RC double bond O attached by ONA. Means RC double bond ONA. This is sodium salt of carboxylic acid. But over here, see, 3 over here in the initial step, in the step 1, there is a generation of water, acid, that is halogen acid. That halogen acid reacts with base, because this is strong acid, this is strong base. Both will react. How many HX? 3 HX reacts with NaOH, but how many NaOH are required? 3 NaOH, because 3 Na plus combined with 3 X minus. X minus, this is what? Na plus. To liberate what? 3 NaX. 3 NaX plus 3 H2O. Now you sum up this one. Now you sum up and write the product. Okay, what is the product? See, just this 3HX and 3HX get cancelled. Okay, and this intermediate, both will get cancelled. Remaining thing you write down. I took what? CH3, C double bond O R plus 3X2. Am I right? 3X2 plus this 1 NaOH plus 3 NaOH. Totally how many? 4 NaOH gives rise to what? It gives rise to CHX3 plus RCOONA plus 3 NaX plus 3 H2O. What is this? CHX3. What is CHX3? CHX3 is nothing but haloform. What is this? Haloform. If it is a CHCl3, it is called chloroform. It is called what? Chloroform. If it is a CHI3, it is called iodoform. Understood? This is known as what? Haloform reaction. Haloform reaction is exhibited by, means it is shown by only those aldehydes and ketones which contain methyl group directly attached to the carbonyl group. Understood? The required thing over here is, you take either aldehyde or ketone, they should contain what? Methyl group directly linked to the carbonyl group. Understood? Okay. Now, this is a general example. See, one more thing, I told you one more thing. I have written over here. Just you observe, sodium salt of carboxylic acid is formed which contain what? One carbon less than given aldehyde or ketone. Listen, how many carbon atoms are there in the ketone or aldehyde? 1, 2, 3. If it is a carbon, let us imagine this is a carbon now. How many? 1, 2, 3. You see over here how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2. One less carbon always. I will take a specific example so that you can understand. This halo form reactions are very important for the point of examination. Okay. We'll take a specific example. When acetone, or you can take acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde reacts with iodine. Reacts with what? Iodine in presence of sodium hydroxide. What is the product? Iodoform is the product. Listen, you just go through those steps, 3 steps. First, what happens? Replacement of these H plus by what? I plus. Okay. Or it becomes what actually? If you want more clarity, I will write like this. This CH3 can be written as H. Now you replace over here, you know 3I2 are required because 3H plus are replaced by what? 3I plus I this is what? C double bond O H plus what? Plus byproduct is 3HI. Now this step is followed by this intermediate reacts with what? Sodium hydroxide, or you can take any alkali, potassium hydroxide. Okay. I and I. C double bond O H plus CNaOH. This is, I told you, Na, you know already, these iodine are highly electronegative, takes electrons towards themselves. Inductively they withdraw an electrons towards what? Themselves, making this carbon highly electropositive. Now this electropositive carbon takes electron from the adjacent carbon, making this carbon highly electropositive, because this carbon is suffered from high electron deficiency, because oxygen is also electron withdrawing and these iodine are also electron withdrawing in nature. So that what happens actually, now this NaO minus attacks this carbon, replacing this carbon anion. Okay, over here H plus is there, this H plus attacks this C minus. See, I am showing the electron moment over here. This becomes C minus. Okay, C minus. This C minus attacks H plus to become C. This is nothing but CHI3. CHI3 plus what is this? C double bond O H, and this is O Na. This is O Na. Now over here 3HI, this 3HI reacts with water, NaOH, because I added a excess NaOH. 3HI reacts with NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Okay, you know Na plus OH minus I minus H plus. This Na plus combined with I minus to form NaI. But over here, how many I minus ions are there? 3. You need to take 3. 3 NaI plus over here 3 H2O. 3 H2 O. Now you sum up these equations. Now 3HI get cancelled. This intermediate get cancelled. Okay, the remaining thing on the right hand side and left hand side you write down. Over here acetaldehyde CH3 CHO reacts with 3I2. Reacts with what? 3I2 plus this 3 NaOH plus 1 NaOH, totally 4 NaOH, followed by CHI3 plus this one you need to sodium formate. What is this? Sodium HCOONA plus this 3H2O plus 3NaI. This is yellow crystalline solid. It's a yellow crystalline solid. That's why this is actually, there is a formation of what? Iodoform. This is known as iodoform reaction. This iodoform test, this is used as a lab test. This is used as a what? Lab test to identify presence of methyl ketone group. Which group? Methyl ketone group. Understand? All of you got this point? This iodoform test is used as a what? Lab test to identify presence of methyl ketone group. Okay. This is about what? Iodoform test. Now we will discuss next reaction. Next one is, listen all of you carefully. Second one is aldol condensation. Aldol condensation. Second reaction which is exhibited by aldehydes and ketones which contain alpha hydrogen. The condition for this is the given aldehyde or ketone should contain alpha hydrogen. Without this alpha H, there is no aldol condensation. Okay, remember this point. What is aldol condensation? See, when aldehydes or ketones containing alpha hydrogen reacts in presence of dilute sodium hydroxide. Dilute sodium hydroxide to form aldol. What is this? How this reaction takes place? Listen all of you carefully. First, before going to discuss the reaction directly, for example, if you take any aldehyde or ketone which contain alpha hydrogen, actually that alpha hydrogen is abstracted in presence of any base. So I told you I took what? Dilute sodium hydroxide, which provides OH minus ions. Which provides what? OH minus ion. This OH minus ion is highly basic. It takes what? This H plus and forms what? Carbon anion. Understood? Actually it forms what? A carbon anion. See, this is the carbon anion formed. Plus H2O plus Na plus. Okay, Na plus is when OH minus takes H plus to become what? H2O. This carbon anion is formed. I told you this carbon anion is highly stable. How? Through resonance. Okay, we know. Means what is the role of this adding dilute sodium hydroxide? The dilute sodium hydroxide, it generates what? Carbon anion. Means it abstracts alpha hydrogen. Okay, now we will go through a reaction. Listen. First I will start this reaction by taking a specific aldehyde or any ketone. I will take acetaldehyde. See, actually what happens during this reaction, two molecules of aldehydes react each other. What happens? Two molecules of aldehydes react each other. Just now I told you, actually what happens, I took two molecules of acetaldehyde. Okay, in presence of what? This is sodium hydroxide. Which sodium hydroxide? Dilute. Okay, listen carefully all of you. Over here what happens, just now I told you, this OH minus takes this H plus. See, this is a H plus and this is CH2 minus. Okay, after abstraction of this H plus, this carbon should carry what? Negative charge. Now this, actually what happens, this negative ion attacks what? This C plus. We know already that this carbonyl group of both aldehyde and ketone is a polar in nature. Directly I can say now that this CH2 minus, it attacks what? It attacks this carbon, am I right? And this O minus takes what? This H plus. This is nothing but a nucleophilic addition. This is nothing but what? A nucleophilic addition, but this nucleophilic addition takes place in presence of what? Sodium hydroxide base. Because nucleophile, which nucleophile? The carbon anion is generated by the sodium hydroxide. Okay, write down the product directly. What is the product? C, CH3. Over here, C, listen carefully. This C addition takes place. Just a H to the O and carbon, this carbon to this carbon. Another molecule of aldehyde. What happens? C, this becomes OH. It becomes what? OH. Over here CH is there. CH, CH2, C double bond O, H. This is nothing but, what is the name of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 hydroxy butanol. What is this? 3 hydroxy butanol. This is nothing but, this is 3 hydroxy butanol is a aldol. How? See, this compound contains aldehyde. Which group? Aldehydic group. And even it contains what? Alcohol. All ald plus all aldol. Aldehyde plus alcohol, shortly known as what? Aldol. That's why this is known as aldol condensation. What is this? Aldol condensation. This compound, if you heat this one, it eliminates water molecule. See how it eliminates water molecule. Shall I write this CH2 as a CHH? Both are same. Am I right? Okay. Now if you heat this one, on heating, listen, on heating, what happens? It eliminates H2O. It eliminates water. It becomes CH3, CH double bond, C double bond O H, with the elimination of water molecule. Understood? This is about aldol condensation. What is this? Aldol condensation. Aldol condensation requires presence of what? Alpha hydrogen. Okay? If alpha hydrogen is present, then aldol condensation takes place. Least one alpha hydrogen is required. Maximum it may be 2 or maybe 3, no question. If the aldehydic molecule, if it doesn't contain alpha hydrogen, then such a type of compounds will not undergo aldol condensation. For example, formaldehyde. If you subject this one for aldol condensation, will it undergo aldol condensation? No. Why? The necessary condition for aldol condensation is presence of alpha hydrogen. Over here only one carbon is there. Alpha carbon itself is absent. Then there is no question of alpha hydrogen. Another example which will not undergo aldol condensation is, for example, you can take benzaldehyde. See, if you take benzaldehyde, even benzaldehyde doesn't undergo water aldol condensation. Why? Over here, this is alpha carbon. This is what? Alpha carbon. Alpha carbon is there, but alpha hydrogen is not there. Alpha hydrogen is absent. Such a type of compounds doesn't undergo aldol condensation. What about acetone? Will acetone undergo aldol condensation? Yes. You can subject acetone for aldol condensation. It undergoes aldol condensation, acetone. Because, why? Because it contains what? It contains alpha hydrogen necessary for the aldol condensation process. See, I can write CH3 as a CH2H in presence of dilute sodium hydroxide. What happens? What happens actually? Over here, you know, this is CH2 minus, this is H plus. Okay, O minus, C plus. Just now I told you, H plus and over is CH2 minus attacks this carbon plus, carbonyl carbon. You write down the product CH3. C, it becomes what? OH. Over here one more CH3 is, you write down that as it is. Okay, CH2 can be written as CHH. Is it right or not? It becomes C double bond O CH3. Okay, now it eliminates what? Water on heating. This is nothing but it contain, see, this is what? Keto group is there and alcoholic group is there. Now if you heat this one, on heating it eliminates H2O to form Ore CH3. Okay, you write down both as it is. There is a formation of what? Double bond over here. C double bond O CH3 minus H2O. On heating it happens, it eliminates water molecule to form the product. See, this is how both aldehydes and ketones which contain alpha hydrogen undergo aldol condensation. Okay. See, this is a condensation between either two same molecules of aldehyde or two same molecules of ketone. If I take one molecule of aldehyde, one molecule of ketone, then also condensation happens. Then also aldol condensation will happen. Then over here same molecules are there. Whatever I discussed still now contain what? I took same molecules of aldehyde. If you take different molecules of aldehyde, for example acetaldehyde with a propanaldehyde, acetone with a acetaldehyde, then also condensation takes place. But that condensation, that aldol condensation is known as cross aldol condensation. That condensation is known as what? Cross aldol condensation. Nothing but what is cross aldol condensation? Aldol condensation between two different molecules of aldehydes or ketones is called cross aldol condensation. About cross aldol condensation we will discuss in next class. With this aldol condensation concept I am going to wrap up today's class. Thank you.